Out of the early days of our western frontier have come many legends. Some of these stories are based on fact. Others, no doubt, were conceived in the minds of grizzled old prospectors, too long alone in the hot, barren wastes, consumed by their one dream, the dream of finding gold. Each one convinced that he would one day hit the biggest bonanza of all. Many of these stories, as you know, concerned Indians. They were the large tribes or nations in Arizona, such as the Apache, the Navajo, Hopi, Zuni, Papago, and many more. California's Indians were divided into smaller tribes. There were a good many of these groups that were all but extinct when the first Spaniard landed. Most of them were far more primitive than their brothers in other territories. Their culture was that of the Stone Age. This story deals with the last days of one such tribe. Already small when Spain first claimed California as her own, their numbers steadily dwindled as they waged an unending war against the white man. They refused to be converted to Christianity by the padres of the missions. The white man was their mortal enemy, to be killed on sight. While their number was decreasing, the number of their enemy was increasing. The Anglo or Yankee had migrated west and was embarked upon the feverish search for gold. The remnants of this tribe had been driven back into the hills in an area which was thought to be rich in gold. Individual prospectors and parties of men had gone into these hills never to return. There came a time when the only remaining members of this tribe were women. Their men had been all killed in their ceaseless battle with the white men or had died of pestilence. Ironically, the leader of these women was herself white. She had been captured as a baby, and the only reason she had been spared was the fact that her hair was the color of yellow gold. To the superstitious minds of these primitive people, this was a symbol. She had been sent to them by the sun god, and they treated her as a goddess as she grew to young womanhood. Since she had known nothing but the ways of these Indians, their enemy became her enemy, and she fought and killed her own people. This is the story of one party of white men and one white woman who, in their search for gold, encountered these Amazons of the West.
You could fill bags with it. Why, there's spots in that creek where the nuggets just reflect the sun at you.
Why, doggone it, Pan. You must be the richest man in this whole territory. Where you got all them bags of gold here?
I had them bags of gold, mister. But don't you think for one blame minute them ornery redskins was gonna let me take 'em out. Lucky to be standing right here. Plumb lucky. Just got out with my hide. Well, never even got out with the price of a drink.
When you plan on going back, ain't right, you know, to let all that gold just go to waste.
Just as soon as I get me a grub stake and a party of men what's men and ain't afraid to take on the Injuns, I'm going back. Just you believe that, mister.
Why, doggone it, Pan. Ain't we been believing you for the past 5 years now?
Hey, Pan, come on back and get your drink.
Back it up.
What was going on down there? Oh, that's the boys. They have quite a time with Pan.
Pan?
Pan Taggart. That's Pan for Panhandler. I don't know what his name is.
What about this story he's telling about the gold?
Well, I don't reckon you've been around here very long, have you, Mr.
Potter. Mulvey Potter. The wife and I just got in yesterday afternoon. We're staying at the Harley boarding house.
Oh, well, that explains everything. Yeah, Pan, he's been telling that story around for years. Why, I'm surprised he hasn't already told you the story. You know, strangers are his best customers.
He sure tells it like it was the truth.
He's been telling that story so long, I think he believes it now.
Yeah, I guess it could be that way.
Now, what do you have?
Oh, nothing, thank you. I'm not a drinking man. Fact is, wife doesn't allow it. I was going to ask you if you knew of some little business a man might get into. You get to hear about everything that goes on in town.
Well, if you've got the right kind of money, I happen to know that you can pick this place right up. You put some music out there, and you get some nice, shapely, entertainers. And then you cut that red eye in half with, you know, that cheap alcohol. Of course, with me as a partner, you know, sort of look, keep an eye on things around here for you. Mister, you'd be riding high on the horse.
Well, how much will it take to have it?
5,000.
Oh, no, you're talking way over my head. I haven't got that kind of money.
Well, mister, you go out there and see old Pan, and for a few dollars, he'll make you rich.
So, how much will it take to outfit for 3 months?
Well, dang well depends on how many you got in the party. Now, to get in and out of Gold Creek, that's the name I gave it, you know. You gotta have upwards to 6 or 7 guns and...
Well, what would we need with all of those guns? There'd only be 2 or 3 of us.
Blast it all, man, I'm talking men. 6 or 7 of us what can handle guns.
Well, isn't that cutting the gold a little thin?
Oh, it'd take a small army to cut that kind of gold in. Never seen such gold in all your born days.
All right. Now plan on 6 or 7. How much for 3 months?
Well, let's say by the time you figure horses, guns, grub, ammunition, little liquor. You got a tab, say $1,000? I might be able to save that down a bit. If you can. If you was to round up a party, what'd share expenses?
Yeah, that might be the way. Oh, I'd hate to pay the whole bill to make somebody else rich.
Who is Pan Taggart?
He's that prospector I told you about. The one that knows about the gold.
I sent you out to try and talk a deal with the owner of the saloon, and you come back without talking to him. And have the gall to tell me you wasted your time talking to a stupid old fool?
But Ruby...
I want that saloon. Do you understand? For once in my life, I want to be somebody. I want to run that place and be the queen of the beehive and have all the people come to me for favors. I want to make money. Big money.
Ruby, you've just said it. That's exactly what's been on my mind. Big money.
Well, then go out and buy the saloon.
Ruby, honey, forget about that saloon for a minute. That's not what I'm talking about. Besides, if you were to be the queen around a place like that, honey, I just couldn't stand it. All those men pawing at you.
Oh.
Ruby, honey, listen to me. Hear me out just this once. Now, we both want big money. But I'm telling you again, I just haven't got the wherewithal to buy a place like that.
Before you married me, you sold out a freighting business in Illinois. What did you do with the money?
Well, I I sold out the place because I couldn't make a go of it. Now, if you've got a place that isn't doing very well, you're not going to get very much for it, are you? Now, Ruby, listen. This Taggart swears up and down that the gold is there, and I believe him.
Why?
Well, if it wasn't there, say he made up this whole story just to mooch a bottle and some food. He wouldn't be willing to risk his life now, would he? Much less 3 months of hard work and a long trip. Oh, no. He can get a bottle and food a lot easier than that.
Where's this gold supposed to be?
At a place he calls Gold Creek. It's deep in Indian territory. Now, honey, it's no picnic to get there, but we can be rich. Real stinking rich. And we won't have to sweat it out in that lousy saloon for the next 15 years. Listen, Ruby. All we have to do is bag it up. Bags of gold.
Look, Mike. It's just a matter of time before some joker will drift in from Texas and spot us. When that happens, we're either on the run or rotting in jail.
Now listen, Wade. You know I ain't never had no stomach for battling Injuns.
Whoever says we're gonna have to get to where we have to battle, huh?
You mean we're just
No,
gonna walk
I
in
mean we're getting $300 apiece cash. We're getting grub and plenty of ammunition. When we decide to cut our own trail, you tell me who's gonna stop us.
Well, 300 ain't much of a stake. Not unless you're planning on going in for that gold by yourself, Condon.
No, I'm not. But I figure friend Potter for the rest of a real good stake. Potter's the only fool I know who'll believe Pat Taggart. Oh, how do, Mr. Potter? It's a friend of mine, Mike Horton. He's in on the deal.
Howdy.
Well, good. Oh, those other 2 men you told me about, they don't want to come in. Looks like we'll have to spend some more time getting the party up to full force.
Hunter, I gave you 2 days. You're up. Either we go now, it's gonna cost you $2,000 for me and Horton.
I just haven't got that kind of money, Condon.
Party's up to 5. Either we go now or we don't go.
Well, maybe we should just forget the whole thing. But, well, Taggart's sure not going to like going in short-handed.
Well, you just tell Taggart then Condon and me make up 4 men.
Yeah, could be. Could be. As we gained the top of the pass, I couldn't help but take a last look at the town. There was a feeling of security down there. While ahead of us, with Ruby it was different. All she wanted to know was whether I was coming or not. When I told her that it might be a long time before we saw the town again, she looked off a moment, and then said, "We'll see it again. I hope." Hey, Pat.
Whoa, Tony.
Pat. When do you plan on stopping for the night? Ruby and I aren't up to this type of travel. We're beginning to hurt.
You city people ain't quite up to Pan Taggart, are you? Well, reckon I should take it fairly easy on you, 'cause when we hit Injun country, you're gonna need all the fizz you can muster. There's water a couple miles ahead, and we'll make camp when we hit it.
Are we going to take over this outfit tonight?
We've only been a day out. Too risky. Besides, I have to look into something.
I've been seeing you getting cozy with Potter's wife. You ain't planning on anything with her, are you?
Look, Mike, you let me decide what's best.
Then you better do some fast deciding, because I ain't getting my scalp lifted for nobody.
All right. We'll do it tomorrow night. Be a lot safer all around.
But it's got to be tomorrow night.
We'd only been a few days on the trail, but it was long enough to overhang the party with the smell of trouble. From the way Taggart was watching the trail, I figured he was expecting trouble any time. And from watching Condon and Horton, I had a feeling something was brewing there also. I didn't like their little secret powwows. I got to worrying that if it all exploded at once, nobody would ever get to see Gold Creek. What is it, Taggart? We aren't getting any of this quick, are we?
No, don't reckon so. I just caught a twinkle of something back in the hills.
What do you think it was?
Sun hitting a bit of mica, most likely.
Could also be the sun hitting on the rifle barrel, huh?
Could be. Move out.
Why it's so cold. We were roasting all day.
Well, we've climbed about a couple of 1,000 feet since yesterday, Ruby. A higher altitude makes it colder.
Oh, shut up. I don't need an explanation from you. And that's another thing. You'd better keep a closer watch on your investments. A couple of more days and you won't know what direction he's going in. I think I'll go to sleep. Good night.
How do we know Taggart ain't putting on this Indian scare just to keep us in line?
As far as he knows, he got nothing to worry about us. And I caught him giving the hill some pretty sharp looks when he thought no one was looking at him.
And that's all the more reason for us to get it over with now, before somebody moves down on us.
Something that Potter's wife said. Makes it doubtful who's got the money.
What difference does it make who's got the money? We get everything, don't we?
Could be in town, you know.
Who with? The bartender?
Horton, you've heard of a bank, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a chance we'll have to take, that's all. Because I ain't going another step into no Indian country on just a chance of more money.
All right. What about Ruby Potter?
Same as the rest. Well, you don't think we're going to take her along, do you?
I don't see shooting a woman, Mike.
Well, if it'll spoil your breakfast, Condon, leave it to me. Because I got an idea that money-grabbing witch is planning on coming out of this alone.
All right.
Let's get it over with quick. saw your fire and thought you might be able to spare us a little grub.
Doesn't the United States Army feed its cavalrymen anymore?
Well, we got separated from our outfit in an Indian ambush a day or so ago.
And their garrison is Fort Apache. It's about 100 miles away, isn't it?
Well,
how do you get here so quick?
Well, we were on a scouting mission. About 2 days out when it happened.
No. Daggett, we got some company. Seems like they want to bite a grub.
You two been trailing us during the day?
why, no. We just spotted your fire about half an hour ago. Why, you having engine trouble?
Not that we know of. What can you tell us?
We got ambushed by a strong party at Anvil Rock.
Reckon Curtin and me here's the only two that got away. We've been running from them ever since. Sure could use some grub.
Well, come on, I'll poke up the fire. Yeah, I don't like the looks of this. For two men that have been on the run for a few days, they and their horses look pretty doggone good.
But they're cavalrymen.
Yes, and no.
What do you mean?
Their gear's Army regulation, but part of what they're wearing's been picked up elsewhere.
It is? Well, we better go tell
Oh,
Condon.
now, don't go flying off the handle. How do we know they ain't in together? It seems to me Condon and Horton accepted these two pretty easy.
How will we find out?
Well, tomorrow morning, we'll tell Condon and Horton that we're aiming on asking the cavalrymen to stick with us to Gold Creek. That'll smoke them out in the open.
How so?
Well, if they're in cahoots, they'll agree. If they ain't, they won't want to share grub.
Anything keeping you two from riding?
We figured on going your way.
Oh. It's the wrong direction for Fort Apache.
We didn't know.
You know now.
We ain't exactly no hurry to get back to Fort Apache.
Do a court-martial for deserting?
Harsh words. And here's some more to go with them. You ain't riding our way because we don't need you. Now let's get all our cards up on the table. That drunken old fool you got leading you talks a lot when he's drunk and asleep. Now we know what you're out after and we want in. You ain't got a chance in hell.
After we overheard you two planning last night? I think you'd better count us in.
I think you press your luck far enough, soldier boys. Now let's start riding, nice and easy. Horton and me seem to think there might be something to what them two were saying about the engines. So we decided we'd do a bit of scouting.
What happened?
Where the devil have you been?
Oh, shut up! Who got him?
I don't know. The arrow just came out of nowhere.
Apache. What happened, Condon? What happened?
I don't know. An arrow came out of nowhere. I didn't see a thing before, I didn't see a thing after.
Oh, that's the Apache's idea of fair play.
Then you don't know if there was one or 100.
There was only one. Else Condon wouldn't be here.
I knew we should have hung on to those two army men. What chance have we got now?
Stop your whining, Potter. Still with us.
How do you know?
Here they are. Seems like they heard Taggart here talking in his sleep about the gold, huh?
You're dang well making that up, Condon. Because I got a notion you're in cahoots with them two.
Condon.
Better save your fighting for the Indians.
You can't gun us down. You need us now.
He's right, Condon. He's right. We've got to take them on.
From here on in, I call all the bets, Potter, so don't tell me what to do.
Could be the party doesn't need you, Condon.
You've been trying to run this show ever since we left. Maybe I ought to let you find Gold Creek.
Stop it. If we're ever going to reach that gold, we're going to need all the guns and wits we can muster. Any of you want to argue against that?
Whose side are you on, Mrs. Potter?
Why, the side that offers the most. Would you care to make a bid?
I might. I have to write it out or I bring it in person.
Try the personal approach.
You cheap grave robber.
This money belongs to me. He didn't earn it.
Do you know of a harder way to earn it, Potter?
Well, it's not any good to him now anyway. And what are you acting so righteous about? You were coming here to get this money yourself.
What have you been up to?
Nothing that concerns you.
What'd he do?
Taking his money back from Horton. Seems like your husband doesn't like people getting killed before they earn their pay.
Indian's gonna tackle a party like this? Wanna have your scalp lifted by a bunch of braves?
Tiger's right. If it's run, we run.
You'd run anyway.
If anybody's got any ideas on going back, they're going back without me. I'm moving ahead, fast as I can. I reckon we've reached it. Well, checked all my bearings, and unless I'm plumb mistaken, we've come to the gold. Let's get unpacked.
Your friend Taggart had a few too many to drink along the way.
What do you mean, Ruby?
Well, I'll explain it to you. Have you found any gold yet?
No, none.
Exactly.
That's right. Where is all this gold he was talking about?
And where is he? Out in the bush, dead drunk?
knew it. I knew it. I knew I could find the gold again. Gold. Gold! Here it is!
Hold it. Hold your fire. Let's move his body to the brush.
Ruby, you stay here. We'll go search the brush. Come on.
Well, did you find something?
Nothing. Dead or alive.
There must be somebody out there. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, don't be waiting around for an Indian to make sense, especially when he's out to kill you. Old Koo tries for 10 years to convince somebody there's gold up here. When he finally makes it back, he gets 1 minute to feel it between his fingers. Then he collects himself a tombstone.
I'm sorry it had to be him.
Yeah. I could use a drink. I'll join you, Jones. Wake up. What'd you wake me up for? There ain't nothing about.
What do you make of it?
Well, one thing for sure, they ain't having no square dance.
Will they attack?
I don't think so. How can you be sure? I ain't. I'm just going on the superstition that they believe if they're killed at night, they'll never find their way to the happy hunting ground. It's a lot of consolation, Mr. Jones. Well, take it or leave it. I'm going back to sleep.
Did you ever see anything like this? We're rich, Ruby. Rich.
We will be if you'll shut up and keep working.
Look at this nugget, Ruby. Look at the size of it. That'd look good on your finger, wouldn't it?
Ruby. Let's get her body out of here. No use in making targets of ourselves. Come on, let's go.
Don't you think we ought to put up some kind of marker?
What for?
Well, because it's usually done, I guess. Grave seems kind of lonesome without a touch of somebody cared.
Well, you do it then. I'll go look for Jones' gold, huh?
Are you planning on getting out tonight?
I'm planning on getting out as quick as I can.
How quick is that?
As quick as I can round up all the sacks of gold, Mr. Potter. What are you doing there? Watching me.
I wasn't watching you. I just came over to have a little talk.
Well, you talk.
Well, it looks like we're the only two left. We've got all the gold in the gear.
So?
Well, you've got to admit we're a long way from out of here. I think we're going to need each other to get out of here with our scalps.
Well, maybe so, and maybe not.
Just getting here cost us 2 men in the face of a party of 7.
That's when we were coming in. Now we're going out.
I have a strong feeling those Indians aren't going to let anybody out of here that easy. Not with this gold, they're not.
What use have they got for this gold, huh?
Well, it might be sort of a god or a spirit or an omen to them.
You're a superstitious fool, Potter. And a coward, besides.
Condon, you know we'll never make it out of here if we try to go it alone.
Yeah.
Now, look, Condon. You promise me that I go out of here with you, and I'll pay you 1,000. Make it 1,500. 2,000. Condon, you're not leaving me out here to die. I'm getting out with my gold. I'm getting out. Do you hear me?
Oh, there, Mr. Potter. Hold on now and relax. Easy, Potter. Take yourself down. We're going to travel light, and we're going to travel fast. But we're still going to need some handy guns. And 4 good eyes, huh?
You know what I'm going to do when we hit town?
Huh? Tell me about yourself.
I'm going to buy that saloon.
Yeah. Got to like drinking that much, huh?
Oh, no. I'm going to buy it because of Ruby. She wanted to buy that place real bad before we came out for the gold. Yeah, I can just sit around and imagine Ruby all dressed up in a silk dress, walking over to my table and sitting by me. And I can see all those men just staring at her with envy in their eyes. Yeah, I'm going to buy that saloon.
is the revenge of the virgins. Once again, the trespassers have paid the penalty, and the legend continues. Beware the savage guardians of the Golden Horde.